Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Installment of Scott Selections here for Wednesday, May 11th. Before we get into today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We had a nice winner in baseball with the Red Sox and Braves no-run first inning at minus 118 on FanDuel. Red Sox went down 1-2-3, and the Braves really made it a sweat because they had man on third, one out. Riley struck out, then Ozuna walked, and then Albies had a couple of really close foul balls and then ended up striking out. So we got out of it, and we picked up a winner there. Look for another winner here on Wednesday. But before we get into today's play of the day, I want to say something quickly. Wanted to give all of you a shout out that commented down below in the previous video about the audio quality of the new mic. Seemed like it was 100% positive, which means that the audio is fixed. I'm going to stick with these headphones, and thank you all for really just telling me that in the comment section. So moving on to the play of the day here for Wednesday, we're going to go back to hockey, looking at a matchup between the Penguins and the Rangers taking place at around 7 p.m. Eastern time. And it's going to be a serious case of deja vu because we did the exact same play about a day or two ago. It's going to be the over 6 goals at minus 120 on FanDuel. Time recording of 3:30 a.m. Eastern time. Coverings why I like the over in this spot. Mostly the same reasons we had last game. But to go through the actual stats for the series, each of the first 4 games have had at least 7 goals. And if you want to look at how fluky that is or how normal it is, I would side towards normal because of the fact that both teams have been getting a bunch of shots on net regularly throughout the series. Each of the first 4 games in the series have had at least 65 combined shots on net between the two teams, which means both teams have been very active and aggressive offensively, and both goalies have been required to make a bunch of saves. And as a result, a couple of them have gone through and resulted in goals. So I think that should be the case once again. I expect a lot of shot attempts, and that should result in a lot of quality offensive chances once again in Game 5 on Wednesday. Plus, to go through the recent games, the last 2 games in the series, Pittsburgh's offense has completely exploded. The Penguins have scored exactly 7 goals in each of the last 2 games. So Pittsburgh's really done whatever it wanted offensively, and the Rangers defensively have looked like an absolute disaster. And I do question if the Rangers can even salvage this. It seems like the Crosby line is really just doing whatever it wants out there, but the Rangers giveaways, the constant just giveaways, as I mentioned before, in neutral ice, have really resulted in some odd man rushes, and you're looking at a situation where the Penguins really just had a bunch of guys who were wide open throughout the entire game in front of the net. And I know Igor got pulled in each of the last 2 games. I really can't blame him for anything that happened in Game 4 because the Rangers' defense was so bad that any goalie would have struggled. Now, I thought Georgiev might start Game 5. He's not. According to the coach, they're going back to Igor. We'll see how he does, but the truth is the Rangers' defense has been so just awful and discombobulated. I do think Pittsburgh should score at least 4 goals in this game, which bodes well for the over. On top of that, the Rangers have been very good offensively at MSG. The Rangers have scored at least 3 goals in each of their last 7 home games. So I do think the Rangers in an elimination game will rise to the occasion offensively and put a lot of pressure on Domingue. I think they'll get a couple across, and I do think you will see another high-scoring game. But since this is an elimination game, that does mean the Rangers might get extremely desperate if they are down several goals. We've seen teams pull the goalie down 3 goals. I'm not sure the Rangers would pull the goalie down 4 goals in an elimination game, but maybe they would. I'm not sure. But if that's even a possibility, that should definitely bode well for the over because the Rangers might pull the goalie with, 6 minutes left if they're down 3 goals. But either way, if you want to go through some trends, the over is 22-7-3 in the last 32 meetings. So when these teams get together, you tend to see a lot of goals. That's been the case in this entire series. And even though the juice has gone up from minus 109 to minus 120 in between Game 4 and Game 5, I really can't believe this total is still at 6. I don't get it. You still have the overtime draw 3-3 if both teams get to 3, which I think is definitely possible. But with the Rangers' current defensive struggles and with Pittsburgh's occasional defensive struggles in this series, 6 is too low, so I'm going to take the over. It's play that once again here for Wednesday, May 11th. It's going to be on the Rangers and Penguins over 6 at minus 120 on FanDuel. Bye, everyone.